Hello, now then, and welcome back. This is episode 13 of my Timberborn Beaverdome playthrough, using Folktales on normal difficulty. We are currently in the middle of a drought, probably a bit less, with about 5 days to go. Last time we spent majority of this little pit digging exercise here. That's get the beavers running. To sort out our power generation needs pretty much hope forever. There was a slight incident here whereby I managed to flood this entire area with bad water by hitting some supports that I shouldn't have, but it's fixed now. We got some overhangs in, some impermeable floors, and managed to store a power generation and reconnect all of this. This pretty much all went away. Because of that, we kind of lost our, well, any and all possible chances of getting a decent amount of bad water collected, which means we are now running out of all extract. Yeah, definitely out of bad water. Don't need it anymore. Which means we are kind of stuck for pretty much power, and as due to the lack of these spinning, these do not recharge. So pretty much eventually this entire industry here is going to be reliant on these 6 tiny windmills, which will not work, not for a long time anyway. So while we are waiting for the beavers to finish up whatever they've got to do down here, what we can get them to start doing is building some bits of this. So what I'm going to get them to do, which unfortunately they can't everything in, although that just needs to be hit with a hammer, so gently of course. So the task is going to be to run in this layer of 4 wheels on this side, just because we need to get this in first. So plan will be eventually to run a path down this way, across some raised areas here. So just zoom in up in the water. Not particularly very easily, but so we knock this down to 3, this side down to 2, and then run the power lines that way. So the power cable is going to go all the way up through the floor and into the gravity batteries that are hanging over this area here. And this will be where the bad water comes down. I'm not sure if I'll need to make this a bit wider for it to actually work, but I'm hoping it'll just be able to flow down and start all this spinning. And even if the water pressure's not that high, I'm hoping there's enough flow across all of these to make this work for us. So, seeing as we can't get them to do anything here, we may as well just boom all of this. And we can get them to start putting in some this wood and water wheel it. And I'm hoping lovely. So now that that's done, let's start laying in endless amounts of wheels. Now this is probably going to be a little bit tedious to watch, but will not be as tedious as it is to like all of these in. So these are going to be useless for quite a while. But we will. We're going here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9 out of 10. That might be good. We do need to get them to dig down into here, but I'm going to do this more safe with some. I was going to say cheating, but creative construction with some bridges just to lay all this down as deep as possible, as we want the bad water to literally come out of here and drop straight off here. That should clear up this area for us quite nicely. There's not much to do in here, but it might be a nice place to eventually move some beavers into. We'll see. What we also need to look at is getting not so much scrap, but we could look to get a lot of this area cleaned up So I'm going to get these unpaused. Because what we can get in this area, like we've started a bit down here, is more trees. So we planted these last time. We're not going through them yet, but now they're going to build 50 odd water wheels underneath all this monstrosity. It's going to be a thing. Do we have? We do. What might be an idea for up here is getting the builders to, or at least these guys in here, enough there for the builders' huts. So with the builders' huts, we're not that we're stuck for them, but it's just a case that we need to do something a bit cleverer with them. So let's just chuck these in here and those up. Just so that these are hopefully on the list of things for them to do. Let's just pause these for now. We can't run any of this industry, so there's not a lot of points. These could probably benefit because it's still food. These can be paused. We could probably look to reduce the fun in these dark times. So we should have quite a few beavers left. So it's that one full. There we go. So that should pause that one. How are we getting power? Let's pause that as well. So they can be collecting scrap. We have enough for yet another builder's hut. Let's chuck that in. And with this, I'm hoping there's enough for them to do. Oh, I'm getting through that fairly quickly, which is good. That's exactly what we want them to do. And what we'll do is we'll just steal them out of the builders' huts as and when required. I would have thought, though, that there would be enough for them to be on with. So why building those? Other than it's the middle of the night, of course. By 2? Oh, yes, of course. Of course, of course. Paths. Paths are important. So let's just this. Now let's do that. That should mean that they have the ability to get all of this built. And here comes the army of builders. So what we now need to get these concentrate on is pumping this as much as humanly possible. So with that, these should start spinning. So we could probably start some of these back up. We don't need the planks anymore. So a lot of these were put together to get the planks needed to put the supports in, and we mined all that out. There are some, see, 1 or 2 spare down here, should we ever need them. We could get them to come in here and tidy this up, to be honest. I think, yeah, we're full on planks. Should we fix a storage issue with these? Probably should. Are we going to use them? Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, let's get these running. We're going to need these, going to need that, going to need that, going to need that. We should be able to get power. Oh, that wasn't paused. Okay, fair enough. It is now unpaused. So we should have enough juice flowing through here. These should be pumping. And they should be taking the stuff into here. Any luck? And they should be prioritized by haulers. We will get a flooding issue here, as we always do. That should disappear in time. Water's back in here, so all this is now green, which is excellent. Yeah, so at some point, once this is gone, we're going to need to put a mine here, but I I want to get the power sorted first, because I don't really want to put bio beavers into this, because they will be all injured. It's bad enough getting them stuck on some of these more industrial processes around here. Let's see. So we don't really need metal, so leave just the one running it. Fine. So with that, we have the bad water going up, which is good. Not a lot of it. We would pump in some more, to be fair, but not the most ideal place for that. Is there any way to get one the best we can do? Yeah, it is. Unless we get one of these. I don't really want to use one of these because we'll lose. Well, we can't use it. Well, this is in use anyway, and means that we do lose some power, potential power anyway. That's going to go down here. What we could do is put one on eventually and see what it's like. But I think these will keep up. If anything, we can maybe look to get another. Get this in. And the water pump here. These should be able to get this full. And this spinning. And this full. What might be an advantage to do at some point is to get maybe a bigger tank in here, but not sure if it's going to be the best idea for us right now. Let's see how they're getting along here. So we are getting some more dynamite put in, which is perfect. I guess what we can do is lay in everything else we need them to do, to be honest. So, landscaping. Did want to do that. They need to be twos. Where are we? So, threes. Just these ones. And they can be working on this for as long as it takes them to do. We may as well get them getting all of that laid. And then get the twos in here. And if anything, we'll be getting in a nice collection of planks at the end. We'll see how many are in there. Just a second. Although I don't know where they've gone. Quite a few there. Quite a few there. And quite a few there. So, yeah, there's, well, far more than we'll ever use. But they do have all of those laid in. That did make a nice chunk out of our wood, but I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Up here. Still are full on the beavers, so that's good. Let's see. I can get these back on. Don't need those running, but let's get them on anyway. And I don't need them running at all. We've got nothing much to do. We're full on paper. I wonder if it'd be worth getting some more windmills just in case. Probably would. We could excavate this area a little bit, to be fair, or could on top. I'm not sure if it'll let us build a windmill. Yeah, I don't think it would. They're too big. Yes, there's not really a point putting it on that plateau, so let's not do that. We could get the wood harvested though, so let's get someone on that. May as well get that sorted. Put these, please. That should be a nice little chunk of wood for them to use. So yeah, what we want to do with all these planks, or anything we're going to use for construction purposes. If we go for these need not planks. It's fine, I guess. We could. We should store them, to be fair. Is that a decent spot here? Will they fit? Yeah, they will. Let's put that in, and then let's just fill that with planks. We may as well reuse them. They should pick up a lot of this for us. So bad water is keeping up. Let's just get that prioritized as well. We probably do actually need to look at more haulers, to be fair. I think it's just 2 that we've got. Yeah, we have quite a few more builders than we do haulers, and there's quite a lot prioritized, to be fair, although we don't really have jobs for it to start with, so. Where are we? Let's have a look over here. Let's turn this on as well. Do need to fix injured beaver problem as well. So that's giving us some more beds. Hopefully, with those sorted, we should be able to get a lot of that extra beavers into jobs. We've got 2 baby beavers, so it's not too bad. Oh, okay, they're nowhere near done. So that's fine. Let's create a little hospital district. I think it's going to be an advantage for us to do so. Guessing they're getting injured from high industrial stuff. So let's see. I guess it's empty now. Let's give them this nice little mountain retreat. I think. Let's go up here for now. So where are we? Well-being. Some medical beds in. And let's run a little path. And then anything around here we can do to make their lives just a little bit better. Let's see. Not too much we can do with there. We could look at doing some more stuff here. What's going on here? Do that. So if we could decorate them, I suppose. Let's get some. Let's go down here and see. We'll keep the beavers awake all night with these lights being turned on. That'll be a nice little retreat for them. And I don't know. Not that it does anything, but yeah, why not? You can have a nice little hammock while they're waiting. So hopefully we can get all the beavers into here. That needs to be looked after. So there are some visitors. Good. So hopefully that's enough of that. So did we have any showers? Oh yeah, we did. It's fine. The showers used to live in here, but took them out a while ago. We didn't really need them. We could put some more in it if we wanted to. How are they looking for? Not the best. We should probably put them in, to be fair. So let's see. Showers. How big are these things? They just need to overhang by one, so let's just put those in there. Well, we have these. We can get these put in. I don't think we need to expand any of the crops. We're doing pretty well for pretty much everything. Maple syrup's the only one that's, I guess, struggling, but plenty of stuff like on the maples, so it could be that in fact, let's pop that there. Another thing for the haulers to get manage. What's these for? These will fill it. Let's empty these. Don't think we need these here. Let's get rid. Tidy all this up, I think. And then if we look, where is it? Shack, where's that? How big is that? If we put this here, does it reach every... no, and still no. I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of that. And we'll probably shouldn't rip these out, but I'm going to. So let's just get rid of these, please. Now they're getting right on with it, good. So we've got plenty of the billers to be bored with. So with that, we should be able to get enough in. So what did we take out here? I think it was just gather a flag. So just back in. Is this going to have the same problem? No, I think that got all of those in there. That's actually fine. With that, there should be enough here to get off all of that. We're doing for water. I think we're doing okay. This was a bit of a concern because it was dropping quite a lot last time, so it seems to have stabilized out. Let's see. Still got full contingent of the beavers though in there, so that's good. So let's just see. Yeah, they laid everything. They have not. They have down this bit. So, is anyone going to be working on this? That's going to be causing us any issues from a... Yes, there is. Time of day is it? Let's just get rid of this. I'm hoping that stops them from walking on it. Let's just kaboom this. Please, no beavers. Good. So let's stream this some more of these in. These will probably end up at the back of the production crew. Oh, good. So they will fit in just nicely, I think. Get another one in there eventually. Want to. Might just leave it there, to be fair. But yeah, they can get all of this built for us. Let's just get rid of all of that. And with this, we should be able to at least get that built up to there. I don't think. So we can't go any higher than that, but at least we've laid in as much as what we can for that. All being prepared. No storage. Have we actually burnt through all of this here? Crikey, we have. Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess. We Maybe no, we can't put something there. We're not too well with that. So they at least cleared all of down here. They have. We are struggling for extract though. Why is that? Do we just need more production of it? Probably. So I think all the dynamite should be working though. So just need more. Yeah, what I will do is get. Where is it? Where they are? No, 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 no. Somewhere in here. Oh, it's there. Cute. Let's just put another one in. And then I think what happened there. I think those should hopefully make that a little bit easier to get the resources they need. We probably need to up priority these two things, to be honest. So let's just do that. Build that first because we need the power to run through. We should have most of the resources for this. Gears is fine. We're probably going to need to turn some gears back on, to be honest. Metal blocks we have plenty of. Blanks we definitely have plenty of. So hopefully they'll get around to that tomorrow. Let's just... These all turn back on. Excellent. It's fine. So that's another drought approaching. Let's just turn these on. Prove the gear situations are a bit low, although we don't have massive amounts of storage for gears to be fair. Only these big ones they do, so we are going to have to look at putting in large amounts of gear storage somewhere soon. Somewhere near the production though would be good. So it is technically above where they need to be, but well, can we squeeze anything in here? No, that's the exit to there. That's going to cut into the power. I mean, if we get a bit sneaky with the paths, we could get something in here. I think it's probably going to be the best thing for us to do. So let's just rip all of this out. And all of this. May as well get rid of that. That. I don't think we need these either. Not anymore. I seem to prefer this method. That going up here. So let's just squeeze this in here. We'll make this. Mistakes were made. Need one of these, which still doesn't help us. It still needs the same footprint. So let's just chuck this in here and get the gears into this, and then just keep this up. It's a bit of a distance for them to travel, but I don't think it'd be too much of a problem for them. Don't think we should worry about haulers for dealing with that time being. Would like haulers to deal with emptying this though. That's quite a long way for them to go. It's not too bad for this guy, but this one's a bit And I know exactly where we can maybe put this. So, what do we have in terms of height here? If we add that in, and then after our 2, if we do this, we should neatly connect those together. And then we can get in tank. In fact, I have an idea. I've kind of bit myself into a corner. Haven't really, but it's those stairs that I've just taken back out. I need dynamite, which I am increasing slowly on, so that's okay. Let's see if we ever need it. We'll worry about it later. So, storage, medium tank, do that. Let's just get some more extract. So I think the only other gears we have is this little one down here, which, to be fair, we just leave running. There's a couple of buffer spaces in here for some raw materials for them. So that shouldn't be too hard for them to move stuff out. Explosives, we don't have a lot of storage for. Oh, in fact, we do. What will I? Let's click on here. Now we can probably take this guy out to be fair, but. So that's building up quite nicely. We do not still have much of this. So I wonder if it's worth. Since most of an hour you get one. So that's the drought started, so not too much to worry about with that. Water off here, and let's just keep this topped up nicely. We are out of power, but I'm hoping that these are recharged. Power is dropping like a fly. I'm just wondering if there's anything else we can sort of turn off for the time being. I need the production for everything that's here, so I think we'll just run through this out, and if we run out of power, we run out of power. Let's see how far we've got. So they have laid in all of the wheels, which is perfect. They should have enough materials to at least get some of these. I think they only take one explosive anyway. Yes, it's the extract we're stuck behind. But with that big tank, we hopefully have get enough built to get a lot of this done. We may get this second row in, maybe not so much this. Which is a bit of a shame, but we're going to need to come back and build through this anyway, so we're going to have to run the power lines all the way down and the bridge across it all, so that'll slow them down quite a bit, to be fair. So it may be worth getting them to build what they can when they can do it, to be honest. We can't do much without the power connection anyway. But once that's done, we can channel the hole through here, and then we should be sorted. Now, so let's see what we're going to need to get to dig out here. So this is going to have to be 3. So this. Yep, and I'm just going to put a bridge across that once we blow this out, and then in this area, we're going to need a bit of a sneaky area to get down in. Stick that in. Pretty much all that, I think. Looking at that. So don't think it's going to be too much of an issue if we get them to prioritize these bits first. I'm amount of time down in the drink, we should be okay. So let's get that in. I don't want to risk them getting down here. But if we get this built, we can channel all this out now, get the bridge back in. And then we can clear this area out and all this contamination will go away, which will be quite nice. The area will be green, but it'll be a lot nicer. What I could do is remove these eventually. Just dam this up. So while they're not in here, we could just clear this out. Like so. We can see a bit more of what we've got to work with. So we may as well just lay in these wheels. Quite where I wanted it to be. These would be nice if we could drag them again. We're doing okay for trees, so that's not a problem. And now they're coming back into here, so that's fine. So this area is now done. I would like to remove all temptation. Let's get down here. Let's explode that. Clear this area out nicely. And then when it's bedtime for the beavers, which half a day's time, I'm going to explode this and then put in the bridge. That should keep us safe and sound. Or at least the beaver's safe and sound. So once that all runs off, yeah, what I will do is I will dam this up. It just needs to be enough for 1 block high. There we go. Does that all disappear? And what we can lay into here. So it's this high here. It's just those there. So okay, let's get some earth. Just run that into there. I missed that completely. Thank you for that. Never mind, we'll do it tomorrow. So with that done, we can put those stairs back in because we can never have bad water in here again. In fact, let's not be crazy. I'm going to change those, and I'm going to use sluices. The reason of that we can set these to. Let's all get rid of that. And then close below contamination of 1%. So with that, they should close without any drama. So when the bad tide goes through, there should be enough to get through there. Probably need to worry about overspilling. How many beavers here? They're on the way out. Oh, this guy's running to the end of creation. Boom, all that. Right, so let's just. I need to move some bits and pieces around here, but I don't think we have too much of a choice. But let's just delete that and look for a bridge. Should we be cheeky and put in an overhang? Probably could. We could keep the path. But I think a bridge might be a bit nicer. I think. Yeah. I take that in. We will move this little storage here. Just set that for explosives as obtain. With any luck, this will get built soon, so I can tick the button. Or not. Okay. They're just being awkward. That's fine. I understand. They don't want to listen to a word I say. So let me just see. So that is that height. I probably could do with taking that out, to be fair. I will blow this one out as well. And then the temptation stairs, put these back in. Yes, I know these paths are hideously ugly, but we should tag that up now. Please finish this immediately. Thank you. So that's prioritized by the haulers so they can get it in. The explosives in here should get sorted out now. I'd like this doing, and I would like this doing. Let's see how we're doing elsewhere. So let's get out of the pits and see what we're doing like power. Just over halfway, I think. But let's keep up with everything here. We've used all our bad water, so that's the end of that. Probably need to get another large tank in for that, I think, then. So they've churned through all of that, so does use quite a lot, I guess. So let's just get them on that storage. Giant tank. Let's chuck it here. Bad water. So, with any luck, they've done what I've asked, which is nice. Just quickly get rid of that. And get the old sluice laid in here. Don't think we need to worry about the path, but I'm going to put one on anyway. Good, that's got the settings. So, there's no real mega rush to get this in. And then obviously once we've got all of the bits laid in underneath here, should... getting through quite nicely, actually. Once all this is in, we should be able to see what they've got left to do. We are not doing too bad on water. Water on logs. We are starting to see a bit of a drop in the water, though. Does that mean we've emptied this bit of reservoir? No. But we have run out of pumping ability. But we should. Enough buffer here. I don't believe we're touching any of that. It's a giant tank over there. Yeah, I don't think it's a pumping capacity problem. It's just got a lot of beavers. So yeah, that's fine. We shall... If this drops to 1,000, then I guess we need either more storage or more pumps. It's going to dry out pretty soon. Probably just as we run out of the grout. It's not the worst situation to be in. Now, so what are we looking for? Put on the beavers. Yeah, that's all of that. That. Assuming I'm not ruining this completely by putting these in, but we could just open them if it's a problem. Let's just see. Once that comes through, when the beavers wake up tomorrow, they'll hit this with a hammer and get it finished. Let's see. Let's just get all of those out of the way. Let's just lay some more power in. Go, drought ended. Let's just get this finished. There we go. So the test for this will be when this eventually fills up enough, we should be able to get them to see all of the bad water running straight off and down out of here. Now, it probably will flood back here. Generate some power that's not really useful to us right now, but even if it does, it's just going to run straight off the map anyway. So we've effectively, I'm not going to say tamed because we haven't yet until this is gone, but when it is sorted, this should be land that we can use for something else. Let's see how they're doing on the scrap, so that's fine. We're full on scrap at the minute, so good. Let's see. May as well get these going as well. Yes, we can. We're still using planks. That'll be for the gears. That's okay. So has this been emptied? But I still think there is a million planks in use somewhere down here. So there's no storage space, but they can't get to it anyway. This stuff in here is gone forever. Yeah, so that's filling up as I thought. But it is beaver safe. So we are in a good spot for that, I think. What's wrong with you? You are not flooded. It's all lies. It's just the runoff from this coming back in. The water's back up there. So yeah, it's just a case of figuring out if this is going down. We're not getting enough water moved around or not, which would be a hauling problem at this point. So we may need to change one of these for a hauler. But we still have a million jobs here that yet to be filled. So what are we missing on here? Chestnuts, eh? So so please do chestnuts and prioritize that by haulers, I think was what's missing. We could look to get yeah. Still okay for those. So yeah, I think it's been picked clean. They mostly have. So I wonder, although there are quite a few coming out soon. Yeah, so I wonder if we'll just need to get some more planted somewhere. Don't really want to do anything too weird and wonderful. What we could do is create a wall up here, use a tunnel and a sluice. But that was probably caused quite a bit of carnage. What we've done in the past for these is just tunneled underneath. So these are ground fed, like so. In fact, well, here's a project I did not finish. Let's see. Is that because we are out of... Yes, it is. It's always paths. Please finish this. So that's now back in range. So hopefully it's an old construction job. So maybe they'll bring it in. So with that, I'm hoping it might greenify this area. And if it does, if we have the reach on this and get some more chestnuts planted, I think we'll be in a good situation to use this area better. Let's just see. These even... Yeah, they have started to dig, so that's okay. These poor beavers down here do have to hold their breath for quite a while, so they have much better ability to hold the breath than I ever would. But still, they're doing the good stuff. Right, so hopefully that greenifies that. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's see. Our explosives are recovering. Extract is not. So I wonder if we need to get another one of these in. It's probably a bit much, but let's just get it in. So the gears, fine. Metal blocks, they're also, yes, they're fine. Planks, again, 7 trillion planks. That's good. Right, let's have a see under here. How far have we got? So they're making progress up here, so we need to wait until all this is done. This is complete now, so I think we're safe to kaboom these. Gotta show it's safe to run against dynamite like that, but whatever. There's no health and safety judgment here. So let's just get these laid in. And with that, should be able to start thinking about what going further up looks like to deal with this. So if we have a look what we've got, so it's pretty much looking straight down at it. I think it's here. I think. So where is something to mark this? I think it's there. No. It's in line with that. I'll tell you it's passing a sec. So it's 2 in, 1, 2 inside. 1, 2, 3. We dig down on both of them anyway, so I suppose it doesn't actually matter. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I think that's okay. Measure once, cut twice. Yeah, so I think that's okay. Can't really see on this side, can we? But 1, 1, 2. Yeah. So I think X marks the spot here. So this is going to need to be dynamite head. It should be in range. Everything up here is still connected. Yes. That says it's fine. Oh, good. Take a look. So, is this built? Yes, it is. We do not have the workers for it. So, good news. You are empty. Okay. You are empty? Oh dear. Where have they gone to? That's the big question. There really want to kill that, get rid of that many more jobs. Have we had a death wave? I think so, actually. Yeah. Yes, we have. Okay, so we just need to grin and bear through it, I think. We are going to need some more housing, I think, at some point. Don't really want to create any more, as we do have 11 baby beavers here. So how away are these? Oh, not too far. There's a few there that won't take too much longer to become adults. So that's not going to be a problem for us. Oh, you're done as well, so good news. You no longer need to be employed here. Guess I just missed this one. Hello. Have we got two in here now? No. Good news. Now we do. Fixed. So we should have everyone in here. We should not impacting these. No. I don't think I actually need to prioritize that. They don't have far to go, so let's give the haulers less of a job to do. Bad water is being used as quickly as we can pump it, which is fine. Yes. Let's have a look over here. Did digging this hole make any difference? Let's go down here. Kinda, but not really. I wonder if it's worth digging a channel this way. What are we in the middle of here? Nothing. So hopefully with that, maybe that will greenify this area. It's only one block up, so it should raise at least a block, I believe. They're gonna need a path because it's too far away. Let's just fix that. Up to the top, and let's keep an eye on that for later. Okay, so let's just go for one final look here, and I think that's where we'll call today for this video. So they have laid in pretty much everything down here, so let's just set this going in a few places at once, just for a bit of spectacular finish. Because why not? Bit of flourish for the end. Let's just fireworks. Lovely. So we haven't trapped anyone, which is perfect. Now we just need to lay in power. If I've done this correctly, which I hope I have, you should all connect to here. Which it does. We only need to go that far, and then this is where our 7 trillion planks come back in, which are probably all going to be spent on gears right now, to be fair, but we'll lay this in and then we'll wrap this episode up. And this will be much slower as we're down quite a number of builders. With that, we should have everything we need. Get them in and building on that. Let's just see how they're done here. That's the path. That's not what I want. Boom, that's. Let's see. I don't know how far down that is, but we can just lay it in. I said I was going to wrap up, but I lied. I'm curious to see if I've actually managed to get on target or not. But this will be the last thing we do. Okay, it won't be the last thing we do. So that we're mining to the bottom of the map. One of the two. Find out shortly. Right, so I think we are on target, and I think it just needs to be one. Bring me this. Dynamite immediately after you've gone to bed, obviously. So with the dynamite not actually being required anymore, this should probably fill up rather nicely, as will this and bad water. That's fine for what we need. So test of time. Beautiful. Look at that. I've never been more happy. No promises were made about finishing, but we will finish that just shortly. That's the best way to get these in. Probably that and that. I don't think they need to be these. It's probably a bit of a waste, but I'm going to do it anyway. And with that, we should, in theory, all we have to do is lay dynamite that runs all through here, which we will tackle next time. So, on the plans today, we were supposed to be looking at mines, but we're going to run through this scrap first. We can get them to place it here. It's not going to take us too much of an effort to get this placed here. This will go through quite a bit of our resources that we have. So what we can do is unlock it next time. We'll lay that in next time. And connect the power up to this, hopefully. I'm going to build some sneaky little bridge here to get them to build the bits we need here. We may need to do a bit of extra work into empty all of this. At that point, everything here becomes wildly redundant. And a lot of this can disappear. Tidy up, probably fill in some bits and pieces. We are going to need to potentially move bad water pumps down here, but I don't. It's too much of a problem. We can get it out here. We have a long way to go, but it's fine. We also probably need to look at other bits and pieces to get the raw materials down here for these. But they're churning through stuff quickly. It'll take a while because they can't really do any of this work parallel. Go one at a time, but it's not too bad, I think. And then we should have unlimited power. Everything, everywhere. But, yeah, okay. We'll also look at housing, I think, tomorrow. Next episode to fix that problem. Cool. So, with that, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, chuck them down below, and see you next time.